Yes. So we're going to use straight away the props. So take the bolster and put the bolster on the back of the mat. Take the 2 blocks, but I'm going to give you 2 different variations, and it's up to you to find the one that is more comfortable for you. The first one is legs in Baddha Konasana. So you already know is the 2 feet touching and the knees opening to the side. Seat not in contact with the bolster, but in order to have the end of the bolster roughly at the beginning of the rib cage, a little bit higher, so on the lower part of your shoulder blades. So the lumbar spine will be completely free to relax. Something like that. Tilt your hip backward, down. If you have the legs in Baddha Konasana, you can use the blocks to give support to the legs in order to have this opening, but not too deep. If this position is not comfortable at all for your hips and legs, you can put your feet as wide as the mat, still tilting the hips backward, and move the 2 knees together. Whichever is more comfortable for you, whichever feels better for you today. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist and pull the back of the head away from the shoulders, like you want to lengthen the old spine. If you feel tension on your neck, you can put a folded blanket just behind your occiput, the back of the head, in order to keep the cervical spine long. Close your eyes and allow your body to soften. Observe the air entering your body through the nostrils. Observe the air going out through the nostrils. Now relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders. Arms, forearms and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra to vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins, relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Observe the effect of the bolster on your back. And on your chest. Bring your attention on your breathing cycle and observe every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most? Chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. Small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there too, observe. Is one of the 2 pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remains relaxed and open even during the pauses. Three more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create a long, slow, and steady breath. Observe your body expanding with every inhalation and becoming more compact with every exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Observe your rib cage expanding even more than usual thanks to the bolster. Observe the skin on your chest stretching. Observe the ribs moving closer together with every exhalation. Keep a long, slow, easy breath. Observe your belly moving when you breathe. Allow your belly to move. Your navel move up when you inhale and down towards the spine when you exhale. Keep a long, deep, but easy breath. Keep it soft. And focus on your chest. Even more in your heart. Breathe deeper and deeper, but keep your breath easy. Allow the area around your heart expanding more and more. You may feel some tensions, and that's 100% normal. Focus on opening that area, allowing the tension to exit your body with every exhalation. Visualize the air entering your body and going straight to your heart. The air, this energy, is there. And little by little, allow the tensions to exit your body with every exhalation. When you inhale, the energies go straight to your heart, expanding your heart and getting rid of all tension with the exhalation. Visualize this energy entering, expanding your heart, taking the tensions and exiting your body. Focus on that. Allow your physical body to expand even more on that area, even if it seems impossible. Focus on your heart. Observe when you inhale deeply, it's not just the front of your chest expanding, but also the back, in between the shoulder blades. 3 more breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back to a normal breath. Release all techniques. And just observe. Observe your breath becoming lighter and lighter, more and more silent. Observe your body. Move just a tiny bit now. Observe also the quantity of air that you need to breathe. Now take control again. Inhale deeply. And hold your breath just for a brief moment. Exhale with your mouth wide open. Kind of whispering. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath. Relax your face. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold your breath. And exhale fully with your mouth. Release all techniques again. And observe your body relaxed. Stay there. Now, just for a few seconds, allow your mind to wander. And observe where your mind goes. If it wants to go somewhere, just observe. Observe the wandering of your mind. And breathe slowly. Move the two knees together and roll completely on your right side. Push with the left hand to sit up. Cross-legged, hands right in front of the shoulders. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Cross your legs, okay. And create circles with your lumbar spine. The same that we do all the time, every single day. Turn also on the other side. Now, still keeping the hands in front of your knees. Tilt your hip forward, arch your spine, push the chest forward, but move the shoulders back. Look up and observe the tensions on your spine. Exhale, round your spine. Allow the head to move down. Look at your belly. Inhale, tilt your hip forward, arch your spine. Push the chest forward and the shoulders back as much as you can. Move the back of the head away from the shoulders to lengthen the cervical spine. Exhale, round your spine and let go. One more time. Inhale, arch your spine, push the chest forward, move the shoulders back. Exhale, round your spine and go down. Allow the head to go down and come back vertical. Create again circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now sit on the back of the mat, put the bolster on the front, well, actually on the around the middle of the mat. Keep the two feet together, big toes touching, knees as wide as the mat. Okay. Now tilt your hip forward, put your forearm over the bolster. Keep the arms completely straight and active till the very tip of your fingers. Keeping the arms completely straight and active, push the arm back into the shoulder socket. So allow the shoulders to widen. Push the chest down and allow the head to move down toward the ground. Keep the arms straight and move the arms back into the shoulder socket. Push the sternum forward toward the bolster, and keep the shoulder blades back toward the waist. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, keep the arms in this position. Lift your head and keep on pushing the chest down. Keep the head aligned with the spine. So don't let it drop down. Keep it aligned. Breathe deeply on your chest, trying to expand your chest with every inhalation. 3 breaths. And slowly come back up. Okay. How's your shoulders, Ruth? Is that okay in this kind of exercise? Okay, lovely. Hands over the thighs, and again, create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Just a tiny bit. No need to stay there long. Turn also on the other side. Okay, now keeping the bolster in this position, I want you to take one block and put the block not too far from the bolster. The idea is to put the sacrum on the block. The shoulder blades will be over the bolster, and the shoulders will be allowed to move down toward the ground without touching the ground. We're gonna keep the hands interlaced behind the head to give support to the cervical spine. So, sit on the block, tilting the hip backward in order to have the sacrum over the block. Then lay down, interlace the hands behind the head, and allow the head to move down toward the ground. May touch the ground or not, this is not important. What's important is to move the back of the head away from the shoulders to lengthen the spine. 3 breaths. If your blocks move, you can also do this variation. So keeping the legs completely straight, activating your abdominal muscles in order to not add tensions on your lumbar spine. Now, bend your knees, roll on your right side, push with the left hand and sit up. Now, this version was quite comfortable. Now we're gonna change the bolster to a block. So we're gonna keep the first block in the first position, so in the lower position. The second block in the middle position. And we're gonna put the shoulder blades right over the second block. The idea is to keep it flat as much as you can. So, sit on the first block, tilt your hip backward, and go down on your elbows. When you are on the elbows, you can move the block to find the good position. Slide the shoulder blades to the waist, interlace the hands behind the sacrum, and allow the shoulders to move down. The head can touch. Activate your abdominal muscles and push gently with the feet against the ground to help you tilt the hips backward. So you're going to feel more tensions, more pressure actually, from the block to the shoulder blades. Try and put the block really in the middle of the shoulder blades to give the best of support and opening. If your head is down to the ground, allow the 2 elbows to move down toward the ground. If it's not, then keep the elbows quite close in order to give support to your cervical spine. And stay there. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lift your head even more. Bring the chin toward the chest. Look at your knees. Bring the 2 elbows closer. Lengthen your lumbar spine. 3 breaths. The end of the 3rd breath, allow the head to move down toward the ground again. Activate your abdominal muscles. Go all the way down to your maximum. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, again, bring the 2 elbows close to each other and lift your head again to lengthen your cervical spine. Now activate your abdominal muscles to lift also your shoulders. Put your elbows down, push with the elbows against the ground, and then move up again. Okay. Now, sit on the back of the mat. Put the 2 blocks on the 3rd position, so the higher position. Tilt your hip forward. Walk forward a little bit with your blocks. Keep the arms completely straight and pull back into the shoulder socket. Then put your forearm over the blocks. Keep the arms straight and active and allow the head to move down toward the ground. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, really slowly, come back up. Okay. Put your hands down on the ground, not too far from the knees. Inhale. With the exhalation, tilt your head backward, push with the hands against the ground, round your spine and lift your belly. Inhale, tilt your hip forward, slide the shoulder blades over the waist, push with the hands against the ground, and look up. Exhale, stretch your back. Inhale, stretch from the belly to your chin. One more time, exhale. Hit your belly. Inhale, look up. Okay, good. Now, we're gonna do something that it may seem really comfortable. It can be comfortable. We take the bolster again. We put the bolster roughly on the back of the mat. Now, you may need a folded blanket or a block or nothing. You will see. It is to sit over the bolster and lay down in order to have the end of the bolster in between the shoulder blades again, roughly right in the back of your heart. So the shoulders will be free to fall down toward the ground. Keep the knees bent and keep the abdominal muscles gently activate it. So the idea is to keep the cervical spine long, so to push the back of the head away from the shoulders. If you cannot do this without adding a folded blanket or a block, just use it. It's not a problem whatsoever. You can do it like this. The shoulders will go down anyway. So once that you've found your variation, stay there. You can keep the arms or next to the hips with the palm of the hand facing the sky, or in cactus pose. So to have the elbows in line with the shoulders and the forearm parallel to each other, whichever it feels better for you. Stay there and allow your body to soften. Really gently. Without using the arms, keep the arms down on the ground. Move the knees closer to the chest. So lift your feet, okay, and bring the knees to the chest. Okay. Observe the lengthening of the lower spine when you do so. But keep the movement of the opening of the chest through the position of the bolster. Keep on pushing the back of the head away from the shoulders. Now, if you feel stable enough, straighten your legs up to the sky. If it's a little bit too hard to find the balance, to keep the position, keep your knees bent. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, keep your legs in this position, but straighten your arms up to the sky. And still in this position with the legs, allow the 2 arms to move down toward the ground behind your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, bend your knees. Put your knees down on the ground. Tilt your hip backward, activate your abdominal muscles. Lift just a tiny bit, like 2 millimeters, your buttocks. Now, release the muscles. Roll on your right side. Push with the hands. And come up. Since we have the bolster in this position, sit right over the bolster. Okay, roll the arms outward. Now, pay attention on your shoulder blades. The idea is not to contract the muscles in between the shoulder blades, or at least the minimum possible. So roll the arms, but without contracting the muscles in between the shoulder blades. And keeping this gentle movement of the upper arm outward, push the hands down toward the ground, like you want to touch the ground. And breathe deeply on your chest. Expand your chest with your breath. Okay, now lean back with your hands or with your shoulders and put your hands down on the ground. Tilt your hip backward. Activate your abdominal muscles and your buttocks and push the hips forward. Lift your body, lift your buttocks. Okay, 3 breaths. I want you to feel also the stretch and the work on the thighs. And go down. Put your hands in front of your knees, round your spine and push the hands against the ground. Stay there. Try and round your spine a little bit more. Try also to activate your abdominal muscles and observe that doing so, you will lengthen even more your lumbar spine. Okay, come back up. Put your hands right in contact with your bolster, with the back of the bolster. Now, tilt your hip forward and push your chest forward, keeping the hands as much as you can in contact with the bolster. And relax. Okay, now lift your buttocks, take the bolster, and put the bolster over the calf muscles. Hilde, since you have the bolster a little bit, well, not super stiff, let's say like that, you can put exactly the blocks over, so it will be the good height. Okay, now belly in, squeeze your butt. Belly in, sternum lifted, keeping buttocks, belly really active. Lean back. Do not arch your body. Your body still keep the straight line. Belly in, Hilde, and come back up. So it's not Ustrasana. Not yet. It's not that. It's just that. Okay? So actually, put your hands on your belly. Put your thumb on the lower part of your rib cage and try and put the small fingers on the hip bones around that. Those two parts doesn't have to move. So it's not that, because otherwise you will move the chest or the hips. Keep that in this position and simply lean back. And come back up. Lean back and come back up. The hand doesn't move, not even 1 millimeter. Back and down. Okay. Now interlace the hands behind your sacrum and straighten your arms. Okay for your shoulders, Ruth? Okay, perfect. Now, activate your buttocks. Tilt your hip backward Sternum lifted, move the hands toward the bolster without leaning back. It's just the direction. Push the hands down and breathe deeply on your chest. Come back up, relax, seat on your bolster. Just relax. Just allow your body to relax. You know, we're activating all the solar parts of our body, so the front part of our body, which is linked to the sympathetic part of our nervous system, which is the activation part. So better to just relax in some part of this class, because otherwise you will be like just I don't know, I don't really know, like an electron that you just keep on moving, keep on, just no, take your time to find a balance. I wanted to have more energy, yes, but a stable energy. So now lift your hips again. Squeeze your butt. Interlace the hands. Sternum lifted. Straighten your arms. Push the hands down toward the bolster. Move the back of the head back. And allow the hands to start moving toward the ground, arching the spine. And come back up. So we're moving toward the Ustrasana, but I wanted to do it really step by step. So from the straight line, really gently, you start arching, still keeping belly and buttocks active. And I do it one more time. So interlace the hands behind your sacrum. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, straighten your arms. Activate both buttocks and belly. And allow the shoulders to move back, arching the upper part of your spine. And move the hands toward the bolster. Come back up. And enter a tabletop position. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now come back up. Now I wanted to do a completely different movement for the arms. So till now, we straighten the arms, so naturally there will be a rotation, an outward rotation of the arms. Now I wanted to roll the arms inward. So the palm of the hand are facing back. Activate your buttocks, activate your abdominal muscles. Lean back with your shoulders, touch with the hands, your bolster. And if you can go even more down, slide with the fingers on the shoulder, on the bolster, and come back up. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, roll the arms inward. You can slide with the hands either inside the bolster or outside the bolster, but outside the bolster can be challenging. So you can also do it just inside, okay? So lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, belly in, buttocks active, and gently start arching the spine. Going down. Come back up. So we're not going to stay a lot in that position. So that's why it's really important to you to focus on the protection of the lumbar spine. So buttocks and belly. One more time. Inhale. And start sliding down. Come back up. Tabletop position. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Turn also on the other side. Okay, move the bolster away. Take the tabletop position again. Tuck your toes under. Roll the arms outwards, lie the shoulder blades over the waist, but keep the shoulders away from each other. Keep the shoulder blades away from each other and the shoulders away from each other. Lift your knees, buttocks back, shoulders down, and gently enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. Roll the arms outward. At the end of the 3rd breath, well, back with your hands. Put your hands on the waist and gently come back up. Okay. Now, right leg forward, left leg back. Keep the hips squared, so the hips parallel to the short side of the mat. Roll the arms inward, but pay attention. When you roll the arms inward, you tend to close your chest. The idea is to keep the chest open, so push from the point in between the shoulder blades toward the sternum, this direction. But tilt your hip backward in order to lengthen your lumbar spine. So keep this movement up on the chest in order to open the chest, but instead of rolling the arms outward, I want you to roll the arms gently inward, but without losing the opening of the chest. So we're gonna do it in 2 steps. So now, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward to start with, push the thumbs back and push the chest forward. Now, without losing the feeling on your chest, roll the arms inward and observe how this movement allow the shoulders and shoulder blades part to relax a bit. Keep it there. Keeping the chest and arms in this position, bend gently your right leg. Keep the knee right over the hips, the heels, but tilt your hips backward. So I want you to feel the stretch on your left groin. Don't allow the chest to close. And relax. Left leg forward, right leg back, hips squared. And again. Leave the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward in order to open your chest without allowing the chest to move. Roll the arms inward to relax the back of your body. Belly in, tilt your hip backward, bend your left leg in order to have the left knee right above the heel. Push the right heel down to lengthen a little bit more your right groin. And relax. Okay. Widen your legs. Hands on the waist. And now, vertebra per vertebra, allow the head, shoulders, spine, and hips to go down. When you reach your maximum, allow the arms to go all the way down. Close your eyes and stay there. Don't put weight on your hands. If you can touch the ground, then bend your elbows. It is not to have weight on your hands. To go deeper on the stretch of your hamstring, activate your thighs. When you activate your thighs, your hips will tilt forward, stretching deeper your hamstrings. 3 breaths. And really slowly, vertebra per vertebra, come back up. Then gently your knees will help coming back. Tadasana. Big toes touching, heels gently apart. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, but keep your belly in. Push the back of the head gently up in order to lengthen the whole spine. So actually the central part of your body move all the way up to the sky. But the lateral one, so shoulders, arms, and hands, move down toward the ground. So that's what it means, mountain pose. And the mountain is a connection between the heart and the sky, the ground and the air become this connection. Now, if you have a wall or something, also a chair or a table or beam, something, just to be stable, because we're gonna do a variation of a balance pose, which can be tricky, can be challenging, but we prepared for that, the whole class. So don't worry about that. So move next to something stable, or you can try without, but in case you can move. Put your left hand in contact with the stability. And the wall, the chair, everything. Now, lean gently on your right leg. Bend your left knee and grab your left feet. On the back, not on the front, but on the back, Ruth. Okay. Now, keeping the two knees together, tilt your hip backward, activate your abdominal muscles, and feel the stretch on your left thigh. Now, keep in this position for the legs. Lift the sternum and move the shoulder blades down. But roll the right arm gently inward in order to relax the shoulders. Now, start pushing without changing the other part of your body. Start pushing the left knee back. It's just the knee moving back. You're not moving forward with your body. It's just the knee moving back. Push with your left feet against the right arm and observe how this movement activates all different muscles. Okay, and relax. On the other side, right hand touching something stable. Lean on the left leg. Bend your right feet behind your left leg and grab your feet. Keep the two knees together. Now, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, belly in. Roll the left arm gently inward in order to relax the shoulders. Now, without moving your chest forward, so keep it in line, move just the right knee back. Now, start pushing with your right feet against the left hand and observe the activation of other muscles of your body. Keep the belly in and relax. Okay. Now, actually, I wanted to put your hands, the left hand, in front of you. Still touching the stable thing. Now, lean on the right leg, bend your left knee, grab the feet. Find the Tadasana position for the right leg and chest. Belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Roll the right arm gently inward. It's just a tiny bit. No need to just close. It's just a small movement without compromising the opening of the chest. Okay. Keeping the belly in, start pushing the left knee back and the left feet against the right arm. Now, I want you to twist gently the torso and looking at your left feet. 3 breaths. Move the knee back, Hilde, a lot more. And come back to center. Okay. I told you that it's a different version that can be challenging because it's not only a balanced pose, but also a twist. So now put your right hand in front of you. Lean on the left leg, bend the right knee, grab the feet. Now, belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Roll the left arm gently in without compromising the opening of the chest. Now, start moving the right knee back. Start pushing with the right feet back and twist. Look at your left feet, 3 breaths. and come back. Okay. Okay. Yay. Lay down on the mat. Rub your knees. Really gently. Allow the knees to move toward the chest. And allow your spine to relax. Now roll on your right and left side. But if this movement is a little bit too intense for you, keep the two knees and feet together, but create circles with your knees, both on one side and on the other side. Now roll completely to the right. Put your right hand over the left knee. Lift the left arm up. Turn your head to look at your left hand, but push the back of the head away from the shoulders. Allow the left hand to move down toward the ground. Keep on turning your head to follow the hand. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. And turn completely to the left. Put your left hand over the right knee. Lift the right arm up. Turn your head to look at your right hand, but push the back of the head away from the shoulders. Allow the right hand to move down toward the ground and keep on looking at your hand. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, come back to center. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. And now you can enter Shavasana. Take everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. You can use the bolster under your knees if you feel tension on your lumbar spine. If your bolster is not really high, really big, you can put the blocks under your bolster in order to have more support for your lumbar spine. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant the mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Slowly start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing with the left hand to set up comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight, yet relaxed. Allow the energies to flow. Put your hands in Nana Mudra Uchi Mudra. Thumb and index finger together, palm of the hand either facing the sky or the ground. Keep your eyes closed, face, throat, shoulders, and belly relaxed. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.